you had a 1 watt power, it'd be 1,000 times that one. So the ratio would be 1,000, greater than the 1 milliwatt reference for a 1 watt signal. This is 1,000 milliwatts, okay? 1,000 milliwatts is 1 watt. How many dB is that? Well, take the log base 10 of 1,000, we know that's 0.3. 1, 2, 3 there. And then you multiply it by 10 because it is a decibel. And a bell. And that becomes 30. So I can tell you from my years of experience working with this stuff, 30 dBm, dB but M is 1 watt. Now let's take this a little further. What's 40 dBm? Well, it'd be 10 times that from the stuff I showed you, or 10 watts. What's 20 watts? It'd be 43, remember? 3 dB is the factor for doubling. That would be 20 watts. That's how it goes. It goes up, but small number increases, it goes up very fast. By the time you get to 53 or 50, you're talking about 100 watts. So, why do we do things like that? I got a transmitter here, and it produces 100 watts. And I put it through my matchbox so I can tune my antenna, which produces a 3 dB loss. And I put it through a transmission line, which produces a 1 dB loss. Negative for the loss. And then I put it to my antenna, which gives me a 10 dB gain. Plus. So what's the actual effective radiated power going to be? Because of dBs, all we have to do is some addition here. We lost 3 here, we lost 1 here, we gained 10 here. So what do we have net? 6, right? Minus 3, minus 4, now it's only plus 6. All right? What's 6 dB relative to 100? 3 dB was doubling it. Another 3 dB is doubling it again. So we now have this 100 watt transmitter producing an effective radiated power next to an isotropic antenna for reference of 400, what did I say it was? Yeah, times 4. It's 400 watts. That's not an unrealistic factor. That's why you have antennas with gain. It's a lot cheaper than building an amplifier. 100 watt transmitter, 150 at least, normal exciter levels you get from a transceiver are just fine. If you put a 20 dB antenna next to it, it'll blow the socks off of somebody on the other side of the earth. And the best thing is, not only do you get the gain going out, you get the gain coming in. His weak signal gets increased by a factor of 100 too. So, whoopee, hey, that's good stuff. But again, dBs make it very convenient. All we have to do is add these various effects together and we get the net effect. We don't have to start multiplying large numbers. That's why decibels became very popular. We have what's called a link budget, which is how much gain and how much loss that we have from one end to the other. Well, it's almost 9, so let me just close this session by saying, sorry about those that didn't come here, but I'll send an email out to everybody saying, you didn't have to miss it because I'm going to invade your home as soon as you get on the internet and find this particular upload that will be done by Dave. It's hopefully in the next day or two. It's a holiday weekend, but he'll get around to it. And if you'll do that and maybe review all the other sessions, what else are you going to be doing on the day after Thanksgiving? Black Friday? Nah, you don't do that. This is Ham Radio Outlet. You could come up with some questions to ask. Because what I really want to do the next session is answer questions that people have that haven't been covered. If I can think of a topic I should have covered and didn't, I might throw that in there. which is why I did the stuff I did tonight, because those are topics that occurred to me that, okay, I didn't cover and I should have in these few weeks. You only have, you know, I had the trip to Paris and I had everything spread out, but I still had 7 sessions. So basically, and I missed the first one, so Greg Leffett had to fill in for me. But in 7 sessions, I hope to spend 5 at least, maybe 6. 6 being the one that this one is, that fills in all those blank spaces with actual teaching. On the 7th one, I really would like to take the question pool and go through the questions that will be on the test and see how well you can handle it, because this is what you have to do the week after that on December 10th if you want to get a license, is come in here and get 74% or better grade on each of the tests that you take. And if you don't prep for it, you're not going to pass. If you do prep for it, you should at least get a tech license. That's the easy one. And if you're upgrading and want to go beyond that, all the material that you needed to understand the complexities of what's in the general and extra class test, we covered in all these sessions. And that's our plan. I'll send out that email. I'll hope to see everybody in 1 week for a review session, and certainly in 2 weeks for a test, and get everybody at the ham radio that hasn't joined already.
Thank you.
That closes it.